ready for you here. And for you choose, maybe you just choose more of the same. Bako, the Bako band coming out, the Jade band coming out.
Ooh,
so we're looking very similar here.
You choose should stick to their guns, well, somewhat figuratively, because they don't have Jade, but they should just do exactly what worked. Why would you change anything with a result like that in your belt?
And you don't want to give Jolts Bako, and you choose knows that, and that's exactly why that restriction comes out immediately. And Pearl immediately gets locked in for you choose and Paloma as on the other side for Gezabi.
I like that they're going for the Paloma first because it gives them a lot to work with. I actually do think the Paloma was maybe part of the problem last game, but it's not a problem that they need to fix by changing out the Paloma. They could certainly fix it by changing out the support for the Paloma. And there is the support for the Paloma, much more defensive, and I think the Rukon will make a difference.
Rukon could make a difference, and looks like Yuchoose wants to go more of the same. We see Iva, Pearl here. We'll see if they try to restrict out Shifu as corrupted. He made you pay. So there it is, the Shifu band coming out, and Jumong being locked away for Gatekeepers.
Like I said, I think you can make this composition work with any melee that is sustained in the back line. I'd look for a Raigon here, but Corrupted can play anything. The thing I would say in response is you need more pressure on the Iva, because a Pearl laughs at a lot of melee rushdown. Bako, I think, can really get to a Pearl if there's excessive pressure, but Pearl is generally fine against melee rushdown, so I don't think the Rukon in and of itself will change that. You need a Varesh that can do a lot of AoE damage and constantly be getting through and forcing that dive from the Pearl.
Yeah.
The second you can force dive, Pearl is very easy to force down.
I am excited to watch Hot Biscuit on Varesh. That should be a fun one. Bako going in instead of going for a Raigon or any other Rook or anything like that. Rook, I don't think you want on. Well, Rook is probably decent on Blackstone, but Bako is a just. What's the word for it? Bako is your all-around axe thrower.
He's a ranged character. Bako is a ranged poke character.
I don't know if I'd call him a ranged character. He's got a sexy war axe, but other than that, I just like getting in people's faces with him. He's got a giant shield, man.
That's how most of his range.
I'm gonna push you down with my shield.
Yes. Okay. So the thing the Bako does have is a good matchup into Rukon, in my opinion. But he doesn't quite have the sustained pressure that a Shifu can offer. We talked a ton about how Corrupted was just kind of living in the backlines. That doesn't really come from a Bako, in my opinion. He needs to kind of reset his cooldowns, go in, spend everything back out, play defense for a bit, get the cooldowns back, then re-engage.
Yeah.
I think there is an opportunity there to regain your own cooldowns and play sustained pressure from the Varesh. The Paloma-Varesh duo, much talked about, very good as a backline. That can be really oppressive against you choose here.
The Varesh pick is kind of interesting to me just because you do have Iva on the other side, and it's hard to keep things procced on all of your damage is based out of Hand of Judgment and Shatter and getting those. But again, I love watching Varesh and Crush, just crushing orbs and confirming orbs all the time. We've seen it all season long, and it's one of my favorite plays. So off we go. You choose a Gatekeepers. You choose looking for the second map win.
You choose. Already, you're seeing some of the difference with this Bako. He has to play defense if his cooldowns are spent, and Hot Biscuit takes advantage of that cycle. Big damage, though, coming through as Hot Biscuit needs to get back to his team.
Push back.
Oh, this is Joltsy on the Varesh. Okay.
All right, Joltsy
very good
on
Varesh, yeah.
All right. Makes sense now.
Hot Biscuit will be in caps. You can see good pressure in the front lines from Corrupted, but he is struggling against this duo of the Varesh, constantly getting chip damage against him. And whilst he's resetting his cooldowns, there's really good pressure happening onto his backline.
Push back. He's actually taking a lot
of damage.
Can't win
that trade.
Get it there. Yeah, take that trade, and now pushing in, trying to find a stun. Can't do it. Throw puncher being harassed now against Hot Biscuit.
Ooh, good counter from Dragon, like last second.
He could be in a little bit of trouble here. That's a big stun, gonna do a lot of damage, and he finally gets out after taking a heaping whop of damage.
Powers combined will come through, confirming the orb. That's 2 hits as well onto the backline. Iva, very good play to knock Throat Puncher low, keep him passive.
Oh, Ancestral Spirit doesn't get the pop, no.
Oh, double O with the jaws!
Naraga's in trouble as well.
That is punish! That is beautiful! Joltsy should have been dead, but Corrupted interrupted it. He actually triggered the counter. If he just sat the flamethrower to confirm the kill. Either way, it works out. You choose. Get a somewhat chaotic round 1.
Able to get the kill, and that is you choose again from quite the fish. Her fish are going to be not hungry for a couple of days. They're good now. They get the first game.
Overfeeding your goldfish leads to... Actually, you know what? I don't think that's a goldfish.
That is not a goldfish. It's neither gold nor probably a fish. It's more like a...
sea creature.
Yeah.
Well...
Would you call a kraken a fish?
Maybe.
No.
I'm not a fishologist.
Kraken is a giant squid.
Okay, checks out. Or squid fish?
Doesn't matter.
Naraga hits a sick Jaws ult because of the constant pressure being applied as we get towards that late game. Corrupted said, it's fine if I'm losing this trade so long as I create opportunities, and he does. Not actually because he's forcing outs, but because it's low HP causes people to spend extra escapes to chase him.
Hot Biscuit wanted to get aggressive, but YouChoose gets their first orb. And now Corrupted just going to bully Hot Biscuit out of this play, trying to get the in cap, can't find it. He is going to get a lot of damage. Hot Biscuit finally gets out of it and gets the other side, but that's a lot of defensive cooldowns. They want to punch through here. They can't move up. They're going to try to just zone them out, get this next orb. Throat
Puncher has reset. Now they can pick up the orb potentially easily. There's an Ancestral Spirit to try and deny, but it will again be picked up by YouChoose.
And again, Corrupted just harassing the backline of Gatekeepers. The ult coming through, but missing against Hot Biscuit.
Still takes the AoE though, still very low. You can see Naraga winning that backline duel against Joltsy. That's very difficult to do as a Pearl, and he is doing it. Now he has backup as well. Joltsy in a lot of trouble.
Oh, what a pull by YouChoose. No other side available right now. It's going to be dangerous for Hot Biscuit. Gets pulled in, actually almost turned it right back around on Throat Puncher. And the ult pops. He's going to try to pull in Naraga. Cannot find it.
Jaws did land.
Just good for really zoning. Gezabi in trouble now against Corrupted. On the bottom side, we see Throat Puncher getting it against Hot Biscuit. He's doing a lot of damage. He can't get away. No health left, and he goes down.
Naraga does get the orb as well. Resetting is somewhat low HP. Joltsy needs to commit to this kill, otherwise they don't have a shot in the round, and I don't think they do.
They do not. And just waiting, does not fall for the Spirit Rift. Gezabi will go down, and then the last man alive, Jolts, also goes down. So YouChoose look really strong right now here against Gatekeepers. 2-0 right now.
Midpoint in that round, Joltsy hard commits to a fight versus Naraga, which is actually a pretty good call. It's a good matchup, but he loses hard.
Yeah.
He commits with a kinetic strike, instantly silenced from the apparent voltage of water. By the time he has enough cooldown spent that he's able to disengage, because the rest of the team rotated to defend Naraga, he has nothing left. The Jaws lands onto him, and he just spends, what, 15 seconds thinking about what he did wrong?
I don't know what
I think it's at least 60 seconds where he cannot be a part of the round. Instantly, his team loses because of his absence. Not the Jaws ult, not the damage onto him, but the fact that he is not up and ready during the round when they needed him.
Good stun onto Hot Biscuit, trying to push him out. He does get away. Double in cap, but it gets Gezabi gets out of it.
Red team has taken the orb.
Corrupted still on these front lines. This should be
taking a lot of damage.
Yeah, he should be taking that much damage. I would argue he should be taking more as a Baka, that overextended, but he's got great backline support, especially from Throat Puncher.
Throat Puncher's back here. The Ancestral Spirit comes out. Now they're going to turn it right on him. It's a lot of damage. He tries to get away. Finally does, and a great follow-up by Corrupted, getting the end cap on Hot Biscuit.
The War Stomp shutting down the ult on Hot Biscuit. That is so good because it burns EX. That was almost a wasted ult. Now, if only they can stay alive through this Varesh pressure for the next few moments, they get the next orb. That's very important.
Almost got the double stun, but losing a lot of health here. Gatekeepers want to go. The ult
Jaws is available.
Get it.
They saw other side. There should have been an instant follow-up.
There was the ult from Joltsy, but he ended up whiffing it against Corrupted. Corrupted avoided it, and now he's doing a lot of damage here. Gets the stun, pushes him against the wall, finally gets away from him, but a lot of damage pulled out here, and Naraga and Throat Puncher want to find a way in, doing a lot of damage against Gezabi.
See, they are finding value. Double in cap. Unstable bubble.
So much. The Ancestral Spirit going to try to save him out, and now in trouble trying to get out with the Bulwark. Corrupted does get out, but the ultimate keeps pulling him back in from Hot Biscuit.
He has so much shield. He war shouts for his self shield, then zap, then bubble shield. The man has like double his HP bar just in shield.
So YouChoose consistently losing these battles, but all it takes is one stun to turn it around.
Corrupted needs this orb. He doesn't get it. That's low HP.
And now the Ancestral Spirit's going to come out. That's bad for Throat Puncher. He gets destroyed.
Powers combined.
Mako gets destroyed off the ult from Jolts. All that's left is Naraga, and Gatekeepers alive.
Naraga has almost no HP remaining. He too will fall. And yeah, Gatekeepers are on the board.
Red team wins the round.
Very well done by them, and I really liked that we saw Joltsy consistently managing to find pressure there, because on the Varesh, that's very difficult, but he had a little bit more space that round. He had a little bit more of a home base to work from, and then you can see those constant shatters coming through, finding silence and finding major value.
And doing a great job of punishing Corrupted for, you know, we saw early in the game he overextended a little bit. They were able to take his health down to half and then kind of baiting him back in again. And he did find a couple of crucial impacts, but I said impacts, in caps.
It looks pretty impactful.
Yeah, it was very impactful. Gezebi turned right back around him on the bulwark, but he has to get out.
Throat Puncher still on these front lines here, using the Tractor Beam as like a zoning tool. It's very effective, but it does not secure them the orb.
Trying to find a way in. This is just kind of like, you know, feeling out. Everyone just kind of trading blows. It's that one stun they're waiting for. Did they get it here? No. Hot Biscuit trying to turn it right back around on Throat Puncher. Cannot.
Good stun up top. He does have ult though. The second all these cooldowns have been blown from Corrupted, Hot Biscuit should chew through him.
Oh my gosh, Corrupted's getting melted right now, and still ult's available for Hot Biscuit. He's just waiting. Throat Puncher getting a little bit of damage onto Jolts, but
he's having
Gatekeepers right now have so much on them. They have everyone's got full energy bars. They have full energy bars, full health. This is going to be bad for you choose.
And they're having to play defense against the Varesh, which they were not having to do previously, and that is hurting them because it's creating opportunities like that.
There they come. All of the ults are popped. They do a ton of damage. The Ancestral Spirit zones them back, and then the ult from Rukon gets them the first kill on Tobacco. They gotta be able to find a trade here, but it's not gonna happen. Just absolutely bullied to the corner. Throat Puncher had just absolutely nothing he could do.
Yeah, Naraga was just so separated, and like I said, they were having to play defense. Throat Puncher was playing like that melee defense role from Iva, which is fine, but then Corrupted suffers. As you could see, Corrupted up top has nothing to defend him. The second he runs out of cooldowns, Hot Biscuit just chews through him.
And now it's all tied up for Gatekeepers and You Choose in this map too. If you're just tuning in, You Choose took map 1, and their best of 5 maps going through. Just trying. This is just the first leg for both of these teams. They win this, they got to play another today to
at least 2 legs.
Yeah, you got
can run on those.
They have only 2 legs.
And it's good because they have to run a marathon. Naraga playing that defensive role again. You can actually see that they've decided to commit Throat Puncher to the front lines and leave Corrupted kind of more in that defensive role, and that's very, very good as a choice, I think. Ooh, they
the
get
crush,
the orb.
yeah, the crush came through, but You Choose got the orb right before it came.
Very narrow. Oh, that's a good heroic charge.
Oh, he does get a little
Not
bit of
the
damage
follow-up,
there.
just the rush damage.
Right.
That's not bad at all, particularly if you could follow through, because you did just force other side.
Corrupted trying to force Hot Biscuit out. He does.
Again,
Waiting
orb
for a
to
solid
You
stun.
Choose.
There's one.
I think they want to get Naraga more to this front line. He's playing a very defensive Pearl right now. That, I think, is definitely an absence of CC, an absence of control ability.
It's tough because they only get like a auxiliary stun that is really not in a spot for follow-up. And it's really tough, and Gatekeepers grab this orb, which is pretty big for them. Everyone's sitting on pretty high energy bars on
They waste
both
2
sides
ults, though.
as well, yeah.
Powers combined and Hot Biscuit's own ult, neither of them get anything. That's actually devastating.
Hot Biscuit wants to move in on it, wants to put pressure, but the shield there to protect Throat Puncher. A lot of protection coming out. The Ancestral Spirit trying to zone Pearl out. Naraga going to take a lot of damage, and now they're trying to get the orb, but Gatekeepers push it back. The crush confirms it.
Watch the low HP on Corrupted. He needs to play this so safe because they did not get the orb. There's the double in cap.
Huge. Turning right back onto Jolt. Now trying to separate them. Gezebi going to take some more damage here. Big. Can they make it happen against Hot Biscuit?
Throat Puncher.
Throat Puncher misses the stun and immediately has to get out.
That was such a good other side coming through in the Hot Biscuit. It wasn't even needed, but it was great play. Now Powers combined comes through. Good dive from Naraga. Baits it out and survives.
Well, this could be really deadly once one guy goes down for You Choose. Gatekeepers
Pearl's so good in these late game, though.
Jolts could be in trouble, gets silenced down, and then the War Axe is gonna finish him off. Yuchu's able to get the first kill. Can they get a trade? Naraga barely keeping Throat Puncher up. A huge in cap on Gezabi will save Throat Puncher, and they're going to knock down Gezabi here. Gezabi taking a lot of damage. Hot Biscuit trying to force Naraga out. The bubble gonna protect Naraga for now. Now
good
pushing it around,
silence.
trying to push it back. Here comes, does he get the kill? No, Bako goes down. We have a 2v2, it's a 2v1. Gatekeeper's going to take it off the ult from Hot Biscuit. Naraga doing everything he can to stay alive, but it's going to be a dollar short and a day late for Yuchu's.
Like 50 cents short. That was so close. There was no way Yuchu should get back into that round, but as you get towards the late game, the Pearl starts to come into effect, and you start to see just the power of the zone control. The Pearl doesn't actually need to do damage, but because she is there, because she has that burst healing, which is very deceptively powerful, it's very difficult to burn down the final HPs of many of the members. That's when they get a kill, and things start to look dangerous, winnable.
It's being able to follow up on those stuns and incaps, and there was a huge one on Gezabi in that last one. Just wasn't able to capitalize fully for Yuchu. So Gatekeepers up. They've won 3 straight right now in this map. Oh, it's a big stun on the Gezabi. They're going to try to get a lot of damage, but the other side is available. Incap going to put, they're going to put a lot of pressure, but
just for Orb.
Hot Biscuit and Jolts both retreat to protect them.
Just for Orb. If both players retreat, you need to say, okay, that's fine. I don't need to dive 1v3. Instead, we can accept that you fall back and we get the Orb in trade. However, that's a good old combo.
A lot of damage.
And already, Heroic Charge will come through. Corrupted, hard committing. Definitely trying to find the value in the front lines. He'll pick up the Orb despite the shatter. And Yuchu's are absolutely winning this round.
Oh, and a good stun that's going to get some more damage on the Hot Biscuit. Yuchu's are in a great position just to kind of pick and choose where they want to go. Good avoidance, Throat Puncher. Trying to pull that through. Can he find the stun? No, other side is available.
Red team won the
Gatekeepers actually steal that orb away from Yuchu, so Naraga tried to kind of zone them out, but projectiles got through and got the orb.
Watch for this Jaws ultimate. Naraga, I don't think should make the investment.
Jolt's in trouble.
Ooh, maybe.
He was able to get out for now, but Corrupted wants to go back in on it. The Ancestral Spear going to catch
Jaws.
On away. The Jaws is there.
Naraga has the bubble combo, if he could land, but already the Claw of the Undying.
That was a great combo. Trying to jump right back on it. Corrupted wants it. Warshout is available as well to give him that protection that he needed on the retreat.
Very well done. The Claw of the Undying saving the day. Hot Biscuit managing to pull him out, but there's so much damage.
That double stun was huge, but they couldn't get the kill on the Jolts. They're trying to push on him. They have to retreat, get the orb. They do. That is 4 orbs for the side of Yuchu's. A lot of energy. Ult is available for Iva. Ult is available for Bako. Oh, not anymore. He actually used a bunch. Never mind. He used all of his EX. I was looking before, all right? You're getting ahead of me.
Hot Biscuit, so low on HP as well. That's not a position that's comfortable. He has the pull. He's down.
Goes down.
Nicely done.
That was very hectic, and Gezabi trying to pop an ult really low. This could turn around if they're not careful, but it's not going to, and Yuchu's get right back into it. They stymie the bleeding and tie this game up.
I don't know what happened to Corrupted, but he ended up just like committed off the bottom of the screen, and I second-guessed myself. I said, did Corrupted just go off the bottom of the screen? And then he comes running back.
Yeah.
I think maybe he ulted off. I'm unclear.
Well, that's why it was a little confusing to me. I saw Rukon go down like, wait, where did Corrupted go?
Nobody knows. He left.
Yeah.
If the enemy team doesn't show up within 15 minutes,
he's back.
Legally allowed to leave.
Legally allowed to leave. Is that the in Battlerite? I don't know if I'd wait 15 minutes for my team to show up.
30 seconds before it auto.
Battlerite's a little faster than that to warrant a 15-minute. I mean, come on. Come on.
I think we.
What?
I'm just trying to think through what you discussed during a pause like that. Because this has been so back and forth. Yeah. That game, that last round, was definitely a decision to get more aggressive. That was definitely, they said, okay, guys, we're going full aggro.
Yeah.
And then it started coming together again, because I think that aggressive look from Yuchu's creates more space for the Pearl to work and the Pearl to be a Pearl.
Joel's taking a lot of damage here early. Looking for an in-cap against Paloma. Doesn't get it. Does get a stun. Does Throat Puncher find the stun here against Paloma? Cannot. Gonna be able to get out, but they turn right back onto Jolts. Jolts pops the counter, but
Gezabi
he's taking a lot of damage. Gezabi able to get out. Does he find the in-cap against him? He does big, and Corrupted's just sitting back there. He's like, I'm just waiting. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do about it? This first orb, it could be anybody's. Who gets it? It's Yuchu's.
Naraga responsible for grabbing it now. The machine gun's there. good damage from it, not what they were hoping for. They really wanted to combo that through to a kill
right
on
now.
the Paloma. I said you couldn't do this on Baka.
Well, he's doing it right now. Look at all of this pressure. Jolts, it has no answer for it, and immediately turns right back on the Hot Biscuit. Jolts goes down, and You Choose said, we're done messing around. Corrupted had just popped off in this game.
No, we're done. You're done.
Yeah,
Beautiful play on Baka.
Done with your crap, man.
And that is the best Baka playing, when you can see that target swapping. When you can hard commit to a fight and then go, oh, I'm needed elsewhere.
Yeah.
Is that 695 damage?
He did a lot.
That's a lot.
It all started, he immediately jumped in, got a War Axe like off of his first leap, and then just didn't give up the pressure. Pushed Gezabi, or not Gezabi, pushed Jolts into the wall. Jolts got stunned, couldn't get out of it, uses his one escape to get away, and then Corrupted just never let up. And Gezabi tried to bail him out, but it was just too little too late.
It was a lot too late. As now... Ooh, it's a shift. Throat Puncher kind of taking the front lines and definitely an interest in focusing him. But you cannot pay attention to Throat Puncher when Corrupted is there living in your back lines.
Throat Puncher wanting to find a stun, but forcing out a lot of defensive cooldowns for Gatekeepers. You Choose in control, and a great pushback by You Choose to get the first orb.
Naraka does have a lot of Varesh effects applied, Hand of Judgment and the like, so he needs to play back. Now that he does, he's free to reset and take this fight properly. Varesh is not scary, well, as scary, if you don't already have his status effects applied to you.
You Choose push back on this. Gatekeepers can actually turn around and get this orb. They do. Corrupted trying to advance on it. The Jaws comes in, but gets nothing. It forces Jolts actually back against Naraga, and now Naraga trying to box against Jolts on the other side. Gezabi and Hot Biscuit rearing back. They waiting for Jolts to get back to him. Jolts taking a lot of damage. Jolts.
Watch for the ult combo though. Joltsy does have powers combined. They also have the Ancestral Spirit.
Yep.
That's a very good home-based damage comp.
And there it goes through. Naraga able to get out, but Throat Puncher took a ton of damage.
Not nearly as much as they would have hoped from Joltsy, but he still found enough. Throat Puncher, like you say, very low.
Trying to turn back around onto Jolts. Jolts gonna ult away to confirm the orb. He gets it, tried to come back to get more damage out. He doesn't get it, but they do get the orb confirm off of it.
The claws at the Undying from Hot Biscuit have been on point, just repeatedly pulling his ally back into safety.
Gezabi getting harassed by Corrupted in the backline. Meanwhile, Hot Biscuit's trying to do the same here to Naraga. Cannot do it. Pearl's just doing a great job and pulled back in.
Good pull.
That's huge damage from onto Joltsy, who gets the orb. It is You Choose again.
Oh, they cancel out the heroic charge. He has nothing.
Oh, he hits him, and he immediately gets down, so he gets the damage, able to get out of harm's way, and gets his health back to a manageable state, but the Death Fog rolling in does not have a lot left. He pushes back, but he goes down, and now they can't get the trade here. Naraga is in danger. He has Jaws available, but he's going to go down as well, and they've taken this to game number 9.
Naraga, I think, actually makes an interesting mistake or decision there. When the pressure's on both him and Corrupted, he chooses to bubble shield himself. Understandable, there are a lot of people around him. Had he bubble shielded Corrupted, Corrupted could have survived intervening on his behalf. Maybe they make something. Realistically, the round's almost over at that point anyway, but kind of interesting.
And this is it for both of them now. They gotta, I mean, it's not it, but Gatekeepers, they definitely want this when you don't want to go down 2-0 in maps. It is so hard to come back from that.
You Choose definitely also suffering from an absence of Shifu. Corrupted can't quite sustain with the same pressure, with the exception of that one round. You know what I'm talking about.
Absolutely. Corrupted has done a solid job on Baco. Gets the double link cap, can turn right back onto Hot Biscuit, but he immediately gets out, and then target, all right, switch back to Jolts.
Look at the adjustments. He's not falling back for these orbs. He's just continuing to push, knowing that his team will get the orb, and knowing that if he sees all 3 players, he doesn't need to worry about anything. He's on the right track.
So, Jolt's taking a constant front line here. The Ancestral Spear comes out. That's bad for
Throat Puncher.
Or Throat Puncher, excuse me, not Hot Biscuit. He takes a ton of damage on his way out. He does get out eventually. Corrupted now trying to switch it back onto Hot Biscuit, and he gets out of it, but he's taking a lot of damage. Coming right back through the machine gun. No.
It's instantly cancelled. Hot Biscuit declines your invitation. You've been RSVP'd.
And your reservation has been rescinded.
Because of that, they now have so much pressure that they can work with. This heroic charge will be answered. Other side's on point.
It was a great other side to save him. And now Jolt's in trouble, that flamethrower. But the shield comes through, does have the inhibitor's guard. And now turning back on a Hot Biscuit, trying to get him, but Hot Biscuit has his escape available. And Throat Puncher just trying to find a way in. There's been a couple of trades, and consistent
Oh.
double in caps is just so hard to follow up on it. Jolt's taking a little bit of damage again. Inhibitor's Guard gonna protect most of that. And he gets away the big ult. He hits him again. Does he get another ult on to Naraga? No, he cannot get there. He has to get out now. Ancestral Spirit gonna harass Naraga. Naraga stays inside, and that crushed him to the other side of the Ancestral Spirit. Such a good play by both Gezabi and Jolt.
There's a sick read from Naraga.
Oh, Gezabi
though,
goes down.
and a combo as well. They get the orb and the heroic charge combo. That ult gets nothing. Machine gun, it chews him up.
Still up. You can't pull the machine gun out of Iva, and you choose a looking to go up 2-0 in maps.
Beautifully done from you twos, right down to the wire. You could see, though, they made a conscious decision to play more aggressive. The beautiful read from Naraga I was talking about was they had so much pressure on. The Varesh is using powers combined, the ultimate. Naraga sees that it's about to land onto him, uses his dive, not to dive to a safe place, but to where the powers combined will logically end, so he dodges the ult, and he's right there to try and land an instant silence.
Yeah.
When that comes through, there needs to be defensive play from Jolts, if not mistaken. The other side was actually spent to keep him alive through that. That does affect, because then there's nothing to keep the Paloma alive, and she goes down almost instantaneously.